A whole month has gone. Your life's exactly the same as it was in December. All your dreams, all your promises to yourself. 2026 is going to be different. Whole month is gone. Soon another month will go, then another month. And guess what? Unless you take action, you're going to be in exactly the same place. You have what you deserve. If you deserve money, you'd have money. If you deserve pussy, you'd have pussy. If you deserve a fantastic body, you'd have it. Because if you try for something and you work and you dedicate yourself, the universe gives it to you 100% of the time. You go to the gym, you eat right, you get muscles. You dedicate yourself, you follow the lessons, you make money. You can have anything you want as long as you try. The life you have is the exact life you deserve, whether it is good or bad. A whole month of 2026 has been used. It is never coming back. Are you truly on the path to the life you want to live, or are you busy arguing bullshit on Twitter? Busy arguing with some ex-girlfriend? Are you wasting your life? If you've wasted this month, you need to do something quickly, because before you know it, the month becomes a year, which becomes a decade. Follow the lessons, get the work done, get paid. You could have done that all of January. You would have thousands of dollars that you don't currently have. Besides time, besides consciousness, besides waking seconds, you don't have very much else that matters. So stop wasting them.
I don't think most of you realize that you do not have time. You do not have the waking hours. You are being outcompeted by people who are more powerful and more connected than you'll possibly ever be. Your woman started an argument today. You've been texting back and forth. You don't have time. You have things to do. There's unlimited work in the universe. Time is your lifeblood. It's all you've got. You can turn time into reputation. You could turn time into a fantastic body. You could turn time into respect. You could do anything with your time. If you're a man and you're not trying to become rich and powerful, I don't know what the f you're doing with your time. If you're a man and you're not motivated to do anything it takes to get into the winner's circle, the main characters, if you're not dedicated, you don't have the motivation, if you're not prepared to do whatever it takes to get to the top, I don't know what the f you're doing with your life.
There are people out here in the world today, as screwed as Earth is, who are still obsessed with sports stars and pop music. They're just out drinking, watching sports, distracting themselves on TikTok. They're losers.
Some people don't want to win. And the people who don't want to win are not going to win. You cannot make a loser have what a winner has, because winners are busy winning. People say the world's not fair. I'd argue that karmic retributions, all in all, is pretty fair. In the end, God gives you exactly what you deserve. So if you're not happy with your life, you have to ask yourself, do you really deserve more? You want a Lambo and these women and a boat and whatever else you want because you see it on Instagram, but wanting something and deserving something are very different things. If you truly deserved it, you'd be working for it in a way that ensures it would be given to you by the universe. You're going to go to training for an hour. Whether you try hard or don't try hard, you're going to spend an hour in the boxing gym. There is no reason to not try. It's not about going to the training. It's about trying hard in the training. It's about giving it your all. Most people go through their entire adult life without trying 100% hardly ever. What do you try 100% with? Do you really try 100% with work? And it's interesting because we're entering the most competitive period of human history. You'll learn that you're not tired when you're winning. You're tired when you're losing. That once you start to win, you get to find unlimited energy from the universe from somewhere, and you just continue to push forward. Winning is easy. It's trying to turn it around when you're losing that is difficult. If you apply it to money and say, once I start to make money, I know I will have endless motivation to keep making money. It's just hard to make money in the first place. It's hard to get over that hurdle, but once I get going, it's easy. Don't do it if you're not going to try. It's a bad habit to go, oh, I tried. I didn't give it my all, but at least I went. If you're going to do it right. There's no point in half doing anything. You may as well have not done it at all. I swear to you, gentlemen, if you make sure that your actions, your intention, your will, and your thoughts is true, the world is absolutely and utterly open for your complete conquest. It is easy to become rich. It's easy to have beautiful females. It's easy to have any car you want. Nobody's going to mess with you. You're going to become ultimately powerful. I've never seen somebody who is determined in their heart to get something, not get it. I've never seen someone wake up and say, nah, this is all I care about. This is all I want. Not get it. Everyone who thought that way in fighting was a world champion. Everyone who thought that way about money was rich. You're lazy. There's nobody at home who is too stupid to become rich. Anyone watching this podcast right now, if you were to sit down next to me and I were to say, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, you could do it.
but you're too lazy to learn how to do it yourself, and you're too arrogant to listen.
Absolutely everything you deserve in this world is given to you. I deserve all my millions and all my global fame. You deserve exactly what you've got. And if you want more, you have to work, you have to earn it, and it will be given to you. Believe in the work and stop being concerned about when it's going to come. Instead, be concerned about what work you can do today. I make all of this clear to people, and I say that money is a competency test. You simply need to want it. If you want it, you're going to get it. But you're not going to get anything in this life you do not want. You have the entire world at your fingertips, and you're still not motivated, and you still don't care enough, and you're still not prepared to try something new. You either want it or you don't. Truthfully, if you want it, it's possible to fail. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't simplicity beautiful to say, the world is so complicated, but if I go to the gym and I lift this weight, I get strong? Isn't that enough for you to finally find an anchor in rough seas, for you to wake up and think, I'm going to dedicate myself and I'm going to train and I'm going to get stronger tomorrow because I trained today and I didn't want to train and I was tired, but I did it anyway. And now I'm stronger than I was. And that is 100% definitively true. The primary objective of financial freedom isn't Lambos and yachts and these things. It's to not have constant anxiety, stress, and worry and complaints about health, or your mother needs you, or your car breaking down. It's just knowing that all of life's little problems can be fixed because you have money. To achieve this dream, men in the 1800s would get into wagons and cross the uninhabited terrain, risk murder or kidnap, malaria, or typhoid. And if they made it alive, they'd buy a shovel and stand in the desert heat all day long, digging in the sand for little pieces of gold. And nowadays you say to someone, you haven't got to do that. You know what you have to do? You have to type on a keyboard. Yeah, later. How the do you help these people? You deserve to lose. I don't feel sorry for you at all, because when I had nothing, I'd do anything it took. As a man with enough money to never work again for the rest of his life, I'm spending my days consciously searching and actively planning and trying to identify trends and new ways to make money and new patterns to make sure that I'm not caught last when things do finally shift or change. But a brokey with no money at all doesn't bother. What is wrong with you where you cannot type on a keyboard to achieve all of your dreams? What is wrong with you where you cannot go to the gym and lift enough weights to be self-confident enough to get any woman that you desire? Do you want to lose? There's no, it's not a lack of motivation. It's you who have a personality fault. There is something wrong with you that is preventing you from being the man that you could be. Life as a man is so brutally simple. You wake up and you blame yourself for everything. You look in the mirror and you say, all of this shit is my fault. So how do I get it fixed? Nobody gives a shit about you. You have to give a shit about yourself. It is down to you and you alone, because nobody else is waking up each day thinking of how they can get you to have more money and you to have a nicer life. They're too busy worried about themselves. Although the climb is difficult, it's arduous. Yeah, sure. It's going to hurt on the way up, but it's worth it. Life is not always about winning and losing as a man. As a man, sometimes life is about simply fighting anyway, standing up and doing what you're supposed to do, even if you know there is no chance of victory. That's what true manhood is. It's easy to be brave when you have hope. When you have no hope at all, that's where true bravery is shown. And that's what I want to see from my men. You need to do things that are hard because they must be done. That is the difference between dedication and motivation. You don't need motivation. As your moods change, nothing changes, because things must be done and they get done. If you're motivated, you don't stand a chance. If you're dedicated, you're going to get it done, irregardless of how terrible you feel. I'm never motivated, but I am dedicated. I hate training, but I don't miss it. If you've lost 1% motivation towards the things you promised you would achieve in 2026, then you are guaranteed to quit this year.
Let me tell you why AI is going to stop most of you from ever standing a chance of ever getting rich. The way you get rich is you solve a problem, or you solve an inefficiency. You find a problem that exists out there in the world, and you come along and offer a solution in return for money. That's what you do. You need your grass to be cut, I will cut your grass. You need a website, I will write the code. You have a problem, I have the solution. There is an exchange of currency, I get rich. AI is here to solve problems, and it's making it much easier for anyone with basic knowledge of a computer to solve their own problems. So why are they going to come to you to solve a problem and pay you money when they can solve it themselves, or get a robot to solve it? Or even them knowing that you're just going to get a robot to solve it means they don't want to pay you money to do it. AI is going to make it nearly impossible to move from the bottom end of the economy, the bottom end of income, to the top end of income. AI is coming to cement everybody's place in the economy. If you're rich, you're going to be cemented as rich forever. If you're poor, you're going to be cemented as poor forever. And your time, the time you have to move from the poor section into the first class is running out. It's have-nots and have-yots.
You're at the bottom of a well, and to save your manicure, you're praying someone's going to throw a rope down because you don't want to scale the slimy walls because of how difficult it's going to be. And you're sitting at the bottom thinking, I heard this rumor of this guy who has a ladder, so if I just sit around and wait, that is the wrong mentality. You will freeze. You don't have time. If the man with the ladder is coming, then you're good anyway. But you should begin to climb anyway. The only thing stopping you is the trap of believing you're doing something by praying for the ladder man. You're not working as hard as you think you are. You're hoping someone is going to say to you that you've already done enough and it's all fine. Nothing is fine. You need to crawl out of that well with your fingernails. You need to get out of there like a man. And the great thing about this mindset is most people don't have it. Let them sit there and rage post and watch videos and do all that crap while you stack cash. That's how you're going to win. There's no such thing as easy money. There's money you fucking work for. I can show you where the gold mine is and I can give you a pickaxe, but you have to dig. If you're not going to dig, don't go. Then you're wasting everyone's time. Stay at the top and never have a chance of finding gold. Believe that one day gold's going to just fall on your lap. By next year, I'll be rich. I don't have to work. It's just going to happen. Let's see, shall we? Or you can get rid of your childish, infantile dreams. Prepared to do whatever it takes. Choice is yours. If there was an easy path out, why are so many people still stuck? If there's an easy way out of this mess, I can't give you easy answers. And the hard answer is for you to knuckle down, stop praying for an economic miracle, get your act together, and start working all day, every day, until you finally have enough for you to no longer have to be forced to live an experience you don't enjoy anymore. It's never going to be smooth sailing. How could it possibly be? Life's never been that way.
Every time somebody complains that they were surprised by something or sideswiped by something, I ask them truly, do you think you'd be a happy person if absolutely everything in your life went perfectly all of the time and you got what you want without effort, without work, without trying, without concern, without worry, without anxiety? You just got to live in this utopia. Do you think you'd be a happy, contented person? Because anyone who's come anywhere close to that end up a mess. The truth to life is you're happy when you solve problems. And if you need to solve problems to be happy, you need problems in the first place. Especially if there's something asinine and mundane, especially if you haven't lost your arm. You now get the dopamine and the satisfaction of solving a problem. Problems are the seeds that happiness grows from. I have a far more difficult life than most people who are less happy than I am. And people say, oh, well, you're happy because you're rich. No, I'm rich because I'm happy. Because if I wasn't capable of dealing with all of this stress, if I couldn't deal with all this, I wouldn't be able to make money. I'm rich because I can stay happy regardless of the things that happen to me. And I can do that because I can control my own mind.
If you have a mind that you can't control, then you're never going to be a king. That's your life. You have a peasant's life ahead of you, and that's your destiny. Once you have control of your mind, life is so ridiculously easy. If I decide to do 1,000 push-ups, I'll do them. Everyone knows what they're supposed to do. Getting over a breakup with that bitch. She's gone now, going to miss her. Off to the gym. It's something you can do. It's something that is learned. It's something that is taught. When men went to Europe and saw unspeakable horrors at the end of World War II, did they all come home and need therapy, or did they all come home and get back to life? Now imagine there was a war that big. Imagine the therapy, the fallout. I'm not saying they didn't see bad things. I'm not saying it's not hard. That's life. Like, I've seen shit. We've all had our trauma. You have to get through it. Conquest is all life's ever been for men. This is what men have an innate desire to conquest. Why did the Romans wake up, make swords, and walk in random directions to find some other group of people and fuck them up and take their shit? Why? Why did Genghis Khan ride his ass from Mongolia all the way to fucking Vienna? Men are born with this innate desire to conquer. It's inside of us. They're trying to distract it away from you, tell you that you're wrong, you're toxically masculine, you shouldn't want to conquer. Only thing that's going to make you intrinsically happy is conquest. It doesn't have to be a negative at all. I like to think that my impact on the world's been positive. I've conquered the whole fucking internet, and I've done it in a positive way. I'm helping the world.
Goals are for motivation. I don't work on motivation. I work on discipline. I just get up and do what I know I'm supposed to do. I don't work to try and afford that car. I work because I'm supposed to work. That is my duty as a man, is my duty to God. I train in the gym. It is my duty to God. I don't need goals in that old traditional sense. I do what I'm supposed to do. It's not a matter of how I feel or how I'm motivated. How I feel has nothing to do with it. How I feel is unrelated to my duties to God. They don't change based on how I feel, because I refuse to fail God or my bloodline.